Good morning, friends and family. The sky behind me is starting to brighten up because it's early morning where I'm at. It's the day after Thanksgiving 2020 here in the U.S. And I just want to give a big thanks for everything God's doing in my life and in my family's life. I want to give an update on Pammie. I'm sorry if my camera holding is a little wobbly, but um, hopefully I can keep her steady. Anyways, with Pam, a little less than a year ago, the day after Christmas, she went in and had surgery for ovarian cancer. They removed the cancer, they removed her equipment, and we uh, we had a battle. I personally reached out to all our friends and families on Facebook and in person and anybody we could reach for prayer. In fact, we're still soliciting any prayer. But try to make this not too long, they got all the cancer. It was a good report, but then he's prescribed chemo to make sure they got all the any cells that he might have missed of cancer cells. We had sessions of chemo. Friends helped keep Pammie company through the first half of the sessions, and I went to the first one, and then other friends and family went to two other sessions. But then COVID hit, and she had to do it by herself after that. Uh, that was a little rough, but she pulled through it. Yes, like most patients, she lost all her hair, so I just loved on my wife and told her she was my chrome dome. It was the beginning of summer, and her head was just as white as anything, and just loved on her and tried to keep positive. And but back to her treatments, the doctors said they were looking for they'd do blood work on her every treatment, and then after the treatments they do a blood workup on her, and they were looking for a cancer marker, and they said the cancer marker they were looking for, um, there was a certain number that needed to be below. I believe the number was 35. I have a poor memory, so I apologize if I'm a little off on that. And the first time they checked it, just before they started chemo, it was above 35, and I can't recall what that number was. But after the first session of chemo, it was down to 15. We attribute prayer, all our friends and family praying, and then each session it kept dropping, and it got down to single digits, and it stayed there. So she finished chemo. I believe the last session might have been around a 6. And she's had a couple of blood workups since then, and it's even as low as a 5. And they say anything below 35 is normal. So God, above and beyond, blessed us with great results with that. And like I said, she lost all her hair. She was my chrome dome. And then as summer hit and she's working outside in the garden, regaining her strength, just enjoying being outdoors because the COVID was here, and her, you got to be careful when you're going through chemo with your immune system, and uh, her white blood count, which is basically your immune system in your blood. It gets wiped out every chemo session, and then she comes back for another shot, and it makes your bone marrow overproduce white blood cells, and then that number would be right where it needed to be. I'm sorry, I can't remember the numbers now, but we were just so thankful, and so thankful everyone was praying for us. And then she's out gardening after all the chemo treatments and just doing things outdoors, here at the house. And she became my bronze dome. Just a beautiful tanned head, and with her beautiful freckles on her head. And then the hair starts coming in, and my wife's a beautiful blonde. Well, it comes in salt and pepper a little bit, so a little more salt than pepper. And I told her she's becoming my platinum dome, and just always try to find a way to lift her spirits, to just love on her. And everyone was, all our friends and families, just blessing us, blessing her with good thoughts and good prayers, and just texting her here and sending a card there. I want to thank each and every person that reached out to us. It means so much to healing to have love and positive thoughts from everyone. Then her hair keeps growing, and she has a nice head of hair now. She said she's not getting it cut. She's just going to let it keep growing. We'll see how that turns out. She has a little wave in her hair, where her hair was straight as an arrow before. So she's excited to see if that stays. And this December coming up here, she has one last check with a specialist to see to see where she's at and where the blood markers is. We expect everything to stay down and be right where it needs to be, and then he's pronounced her cancer free. So we just thank Jesus for everything that has happened, for binding our family and friends together to bless us, to help us, to support us. You don't need to fight any battle alone. You don't. You need to reach out to your family, to your support group. Start building a support group. Start building by yourself, reaching out to ones that are in need. Even if it is just to offer a prayer, that's not just. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. We don't wrestle against cancer. We wrestle against principalities, powers, and wickednesses. And we do it through the power of God. He loves us so much that he wants to unite his power with us. And when we reach out to each other in prayer, oh my word, does he move. And he's moved for our lives. This summer, we had our fourth grandchild born. We have a lot to live for, a lot to fight for. We're just so blessed with our family, with our immediate family, with our friends, with our church family. We love each and every one of you. So I plan to do my best to post 2 to 4 videos a month. And if you would go to my YouTube channel, I have a playlist with the past videos you can get caught up on. And also there's a playlist. On that playlist I have worship songs that has helped strengthen us, songs that Pammie and I both love, and that strengthens our faith and our resolve to stay faithful and to build us up and to edify our spirits, Lord. And so if you find need to be strengthened, play that playlist. Pick one of them. I don't have many, but I have 3, I believe, song playlists. Victory, and Love, Love, Love is another name of one of the playlists. And then I think I even have Christmas tunes that's blessed me. So God bless you. Stay in peace. And I truly mean it. I pray that God's love and peace and joy overshadows every area of your life. And you guys have a great year coming up. God's moving, and we get to be a part of it. God bless.